Call this meeting of June 17th, 2024. We are in order. Last Commissioner Lee White. Okay, you want to do roll call first? Well, Commissioners, if you're present, please press your present button. I got 23 present. I declare we do have a quorum. Now, Commissioner White, will you do our invocation followed by the pledge to the flag?
All right, let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for being so good to us. Thank you for the greatest gift that you could ever give, and that is the gift of Jesus Christ as our personal Savior. Thank you, Lord, for loving us and for giving us another day of life, another day to serve you, and another day just to be in this great county of Robertson County. God, I do pray that you bless this meeting. I pray that you be with the commissioners. I pray that you be with the constituents that we have in this room and all those people who are making it happen for us. I do pray for your blessings upon them and their families. And God, that you would just continue to take care of us in this county and help us to make the best and wise decisions based upon the information that we have and based upon your wisdom that you provide for us. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 With allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner White. Man. Okay, Commissioners, I've got minutes from the previous meeting in the package. I got a motion by Roberts to accept. A second by Commissioner Michael Doris. Any questions about the minutes? Question been called? You want to file the minutes? Say aye.
Aye.
Does anyone oppose? Okay, the minutes are filed. Communications from the mayor. I don't have a whole lot, but I want to start off that this commission in Robertson County send prayers to the Burton Glover family. Our condolences. I'm gonna tell you, I served with Burton on the county commission. Of course, he went to law school. I don't know how old he was, but 2 years later, he ran for general session judge after he got his bar degree and was elected. And one thing about Burton, you put your finger on him, true steward of taxpayers' dollar. That. So our condolences to that family, and Burton's a whole lot to Robertson County, done a lot of things. All right, I'm gonna give a little update on the courtroom up there where I'm in. As you know, we've had a major leak after the flood. Inside of it, if you haven't seen it, I invite you to go up and look at it. You won't recognize it. The insurance company is gonna fix the inside of the courtroom. The roof, we're still waiting on word about what the insurance company may do or won't do. We hope it's gonna be good. But we are working on our estimates and we're working on time frame. And now we're talking about, are we even gonna try to have court while they're working on the roof? So there's a lot going on, and I hope this week that we can get all the answers to get back to building grounds and budget with. Budget committee has approved to fix the roof. It's something we gotta do whether we have court or not. It's a historical building, and we'll try to fix it back as the historical people kind of want it and stay within registration. But there's 3 roofs up there that's got to come off. And the major problem is probably the clock tower. And no, Bob, we can't take clock tower. Yeah, I love you, Bob. Yeah. All right, that, want to remind everybody, Wednesday is a holiday, Juneteenth. The Robertson County Court offices will be closed. And I think that's all I have, unless you want to brag on the All-Star team. Commissioner Harris?
Well, the 6 and under Adams All-Stars won the Dixie Youth. Now we're going to Harriman to the tournament, state tournament on 27th.
Good for them. Way to go. Okay. Hey, I've also, we got a letter from comptroller about last month we voted to take $15 million out of we're going to be a interfund. It's not, we're borrowing the money, taking it out of our debt service fund and moving it to school capital projects. I've got a letter from auditors saying what we're doing is all above water. It looks good. Our fund balance has been, this commission and the department heads have done right by taxpayers' money. We've got enough money that we don't have to borrow it. And I can't say I've been 25 years in county government that I've ever seen this happen. I can't say I've ever seen this happen. Commissioner Haley, you're chairman of the Education Committee. Will you tell them what all these three projects is going to?
We're going to remodel the West Side Elementary School, redo the HVAC at Woodall Elementary School. And then got some, we've got funds left over. We've got some extra projects at the school we'd like to work on.
Okay. Yeah, next year or whenever they're gonna come with us to the school looks like, we will have to borrow funds, but we'll still be in good enough shape that our bond rating can help us get a good interest rate on that. Thank you, Commissioner Haley. At this time,
Mayor, I just want to add that the school board is going to put some of their fund balance.
I think they're putting 5 million in. Right?
Yes, sir. Is that correct?
Okay, I-
5.5.
5.5.
They are adding 7 more classrooms, are they not?
West side.
West
Yes,
side.
sir.
Yeah, west side would be a wing built on west side. And if you haven't been in west side, long time, I think it's the same plumbing and bathrooms it was in school.
It hasn't changed.
It's in bad shape. The cafeteria needs to be redone. It's like watching a black and white movie.
Mayor,
Yes,
I want to remind everybody in the community to come to Martin's Chapel Saturday for our 68th annual barbecue.
Yeah.
It starts at 4 to 8. Bring all your friends.
okay. Thank you, Commissioner Moore. Watch, I see this tonight. Let's be sure everybody push your buttons so I won't miss nobody by speaking. Okay, at this time, we'll have our public comments from the public about something we have on the agenda. Madam Clerk, have you got someone?
Yes, I have Kim Shelton.
Kim Shelton, will you please come forward? Podium, ma'am, and thank you.
I'm here tonight regarding the resolution about the day after Thanksgiving. To me, this is a day that many families travel, and this is the only long weekend where this can be done. Back in 1990, the county took Columbus Day from the employees to give them the day after Thanksgiving. The day is no longer a shopping day, as someone said in the original meeting when it was brought up. This is the only long weekend that many families have together. If you look at surrounding counties, Sumner County gets 17 holidays, Davidson County gets 12, Montgomery County gets 13 holidays, and Cheatham County gets 16 holidays. I know our county is not as large as some of these counties, but it's much larger in population than Cheatham County. Also note that all of these counties are closed the day after Thanksgiving. State is also closed on this day, which does not allow our county offices any support when needing assistance with customers. So if someone comes into our county offices and has an issue, and it's an issue that we can't resolve in the county, and we need assistance from the state, we don't have that support. That reflects poorly on the county office and the county in general for poor service. Over a year ago, the employees were asked if they wanted June 19th and a lower raise at that time as a county employee, said that they would rather have the higher raise. The majority voted against that day off, but due to political views and to prevent the county from having issues, the employees were given this holiday anyway. I understand being politically correct. There's nothing wrong with that. Another point I would like to make is at the time this holiday was voted in, no one realized until after it passed that the county would be paying its employees for June 19th and the day after Thanksgiving in the same budget year. It was then brought to the attention of the county commissioners that the county would be paying for both of these holidays in the yearly budget. If the county could pay for both of these holidays in last year's budget, why can't the county pay for this holiday, this added holiday, this coming year? I feel like the county commissioners need to relook at this holiday and find a way to help the county employees receive this holiday. County employees are a valuable asset and should be treated as such. Please take into consideration the number of employees who may call in sick that day, take off that day, or the hardships that you put on the county department heads who have to make decisions on who can have that day off and who cannot have that day off. It has been said that the department heads can close that day. It's not fair for one county department head to close their office and their employees be off and another county department be open and their employees work. This should not even be an option. It's unfair to the employees who are made to work. I hope as our county commissioners, you will talk about these points I have made and help find a resolution that is beneficial to all the valuable county employees that deserve time off with their families.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else, Madam Clerk?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll move on come out of the public hearing. We'll save the other public hearing for our zoning. Move into our reports. One is 7-1, Animal Control. Any questions or comments? Highway Department, any questions or comments? Trustees report, any questions or comments? Fire, any questions or comments? Planning, any questions or comments? Solid Waste, any questions or comments? EMA report, any questions or comments? Veteran Services, any questions or comments? EMS, any questions or comments? All right, Finance report, any questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to,
Move the reports be accepted in order to file.
I got a motion by Commissioner Haley to file the reports. I got a second by Commissioner Hogan. Any questions? Any question called before this? Vote aye. Anyone against filing reports? So moved. The reports are filed. Okay, there being no elections and appointments tonight, we'll move on to our public hearing for our planning and zoning. Okay, at this time, I'll open it back up to the public. Hunter, will you and Pam please come up and start with the item A?
Resolution number 0617240042, Robin and Brenda Daniels request to rezone 2.28 acres from AG 2 to R40 located at 6514 Ed Williams Road, tax map 125, parcel 132.00, fourth voting district. The planning commission recommended approval by a vote of 6-0.
Okay, is anyone here to speak on this resolution? Seeing none, Hunter?
Resolution number 0617240043, Brittany Graves requests to rezone 5.16 acres from AG 2 to R40 located at 2030 Friendship Road, tax map 049, parcel 098.00, first voting district. Planning commission recommended approval by a vote of 6-0.
Anyone here to speak on that resolution?
Owner's here if you have questions.
Okay, the owner's here to answer any questions? Is that what you said, Madam Clerk?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but she doesn't want to speak?
No, she just.
Okay, all right. Anyone got a question for the owner? Seeing none, Hunter, you gonna move on?
Okay. This next one I'm reading had a typo in your packet, so it is corrected online now, I believe. Resolution number 0617240044, John Hallmark requests to rezone 1.87 acres of the 6.53 acres from AG 2 to RP 80 located at 3943 Fikes Grove Road, tax map 056, part of parcel 133.00, seventh voting district. The planning commission recommended approval by a vote of 6-0.
Okay, is anyone here to speak on that resolution? Seeing none, Hunter?
Resolution number 0617240045, Joseph and Julie Russell request to rezone 1.84 acres of the 5.29 acres from AG 2 to RP 80 located at 3984 Carr Road, tax map 077, part of parcel 002.00, seventh voting district. Planning commission recommended approval by a vote of 6-0.
Do you want to hear speak on that resolution? Seeing none, Hunter?
Resolution number 0617240046, David Searcy requests to rezone 6.13 acres from AG 2 to RP 80 located at 2518 Union Road, tax map 17117, parcels 177 and 191.00, second voting district. Planning Commission recommended approval of a vote to 5-0. Bill Jones abstained due to having adjoining property of the owner.
Okay, is anyone here to speak on that request?
Donna Miller.
Donna Miller, you in the audience? Please come forward, ma'am. Ms. Miller, we know your name, but you state your address and, Madam Clerk gives you 3 minutes.
7731 White House, Tennessee, 37188.
Okay,
My name is Donna Sheffield Miller, and I am here to represent the Sheffield family. Our concern as neighbors is in regard to the easement usage should the zoning request be approved. If the request map for zoning change was not included on the application, there would be no objection. I would not need to be here tonight. I raised general concerns in the January 22 meeting with you all, but tonight I will be a little more specific. We returned for the March 18 commission meeting and heard the county attorney's assessment of the revote potential. Tonight, we are back again once to consider this rezoning request. And you may wonder, why are you so focused on this easement issue? The Sheffields are landowners of the easement. The Cerceys are users of the easement. During the time that the Cerceys have resided there, they have expanded use of the easement in 2 ways, without requesting or obtaining consent from the Sheffield family. The first expansion was an additional access point to the easement. Mr. Cercey built a garage for his guttering business. The orientation of the garage bays could have easily and should have faced his driveway. Instead, he faced it to our fence and our logging road in close proximity. The fence was once there. Now, a portion of it is gone, a portion of it remains, and in its place is where they use for an additional egress in and out of the property. And the second expansion was using that access to run the guttering business, utilizing that new access with box truck and other business-related construction traffic. And this has accelerated the deterioration of our paved driveway. And despite multiple invitations to participate financially in the repair of the pavement, the user of the easement has consistently declined. Adjacent to the new access by the gutter garage is a burn pile. Out of all the 6.13 acres, a site within the confines of the easement right-of-way was chosen by our neighbor for debris. We find trash, ash, and other items blown into the logging road and over to our property. Because of these previous liberties taken with the easement, we are understandably concerned. I'll leave it at that if my time is up.
okay, well, thank you.
That's right.
I'm going to address the easement. Essentially, most of it's a shared driveway and maintenance agreement. I'm sorry, Steve Arts.
There you go. Tell them where you live or something, or what you do or something.
4800 Highway 431 North.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sorry. Most of it's a shared driveway and maintenance agreement. Most of the easement, if y'all look at the picture, it's pretty well split down the middle of the property line. The actual driveway is shown on the attached survey that y'all should have in your package. And again, the majority of the existing drive is on Mr. Cercey's property. As far as how they use it and who pays what, that's not for me. But I do show the facts on this survey.
we're trying to create a new lot for it's either his son or his daughter that'll be at the front of the property. And there's already an existing driveway cut there. What Troy has looked at that Mr. Searcy is going to have to do is replace the culvert. But the driveway for the new home, a permit will be issued once they replace that culvert there, where that existing driveway is up in the northeast corner of the property. Now, can I say that this family ain't going to use that other drive? I don't know. But I know that fundamentally what we've got shown and the direction we're heading is not set up for anybody else to use that drive. And in fact, the way I read the language, only these two parties have right to use of that drive anyway. A third party can't be involved in what was already set up. So that's hopefully answers that question about the easement. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Okay, Honor. That it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll close the public hearing and come back to the county commission. Okay, we'll start with, item 1 out of column A, Robin and Brenda Daniels, voting District 4. I need a motion to approve. I got, let me get a motion. I need a motion to approve.
Motion.
Got a motion by, is that you, Bubba? Got a motion by Michael Doris. Got a second, Commissioner Woodard. Okay, Commissioner Stroud.
So question is, here we go again, kind of rural type areas, and we've been pretty consistent about rezoning to RP 80, and this lot has enough acreage to be RP 80. Why are we looking at R 40 of this instead?
I know the representative is here, but I believe it has to do with lot width on how you're dividing it. Is that, I don't, he's here if you want to.
Well, we done closed the public hearing.
I'm 90% sure it's due to lot width of how they're cutting it to be able to get the another lot in towards the side.
I mean, if who's the representative?
Brandon Frank.
Mr. Frank, if he's here to speak to that, yeah, I'd like to make a motion that we.
Okay, I got a motion to make. Brandon Franks, Mr. Franks, member of the court, got a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. You want to oppose? Don't moved. You want to address that?
Brandon Frank, no S, 6534 E.D. Williams Road, Greenbrier, Tennessee. You got two road frontages, so you got two setbacks, and then for soils, it's what's condensing and it splits there's an existing house there that we're cutting this off of, so it's splitting it identical, it's giving them the exact same property to each parcel, and it's identical to everything that touches.
Okay, any more questions? Thank you. All right, I got a motion, second. Question being called. If you're for that resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. I got 22-4, none against. I declare that resolution passes. Okay, we'll move down to number 2, Brittany Graves, voting District 1, 5.16 acres. I need a motion.
Motion.
Got a motion by Stubblefield. Got a second by Commissioner Billy Ray Doris. Call for question. Question being called. If you're for that resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Got 22-4, 0 against. That resolution passes. Move to item B, agriculture residential ag 2, RP 80. Start with John Hallman, voting District 7. I need a motion. I got a motion by Commissioner White. I need a second. Second by Commissioner Roberts. Question been called? There you go. All in favor, say aye. Now, I mean, vote yes. Against it? Vote no. I just seen if you wait now. 22-4, 0 against. That resolution passes. Move to item B, Joseph and Judy Russell, voting District 7. going from one rezone 1.84 acres to Ag 2 to R80. Need a motion. Got a motion by Roberts. Second by Commissioner Billy Ray Dawes. Question? Question being called. If you're for that resolution, vote yes. Against it, vote no. 22-4-0 against, that resolution passes. Item number 5, David Searcy, voting District 2, 6.1 acres. Going from Ag 2 to R80. Got a motion by Commissioner Roberts. Need a second. Second by Commissioner Jackson. Question?
Got a question on this one, though, Mayor.
Okay. Is that you, Bubba?
Yes, sir.
Push your speak button.
Oh, already is. I'm
It
sorry.
makes it legal for Madam Clerk here.
All right.
All right, Commissioner Darcy, you want
I
to
don't
speak?
think I got to ask is about that one is, they said something about a gutter business. Is that a commercial license business there beside it?
I didn't know anything about a business.
Okay.
Nothing's been said to me before tonight about a business.
Okay, I'm showing Commissioner Darcy wants to speak.
No. My question, sir.
Hit the wrong button. How'd you do that, Bubba?
He said, I hit the red yellow button. I only got one button.
All right, I don't think you did. Anybody else want to speak on that resolution? Question being called. Wait a minute, I got Commissioner Hart wants to speak.
If I heard Steve right, if we rezone this and they sell that property and build a house to somebody else, they won't have access to the property on that easement?
No. So there is in your packet, there's a copy of the deed referring to the driveway shared easement and the copy of the agreed easement that's been recorded. And it is only for those two parcels, not the new one that's being created.
Meaning they won't be able to use the easement? Okay.
Right. And we personally can enforce deed restrictions. That's a civil matter.
Yeah,
But yeah, they cannot use it.
okay.
You understand that? If it was to sell the house, they'd have to put an easement into it, imagine. Or it'd become a civil matter if the two people can't agree.
Mine was slow.
All right.
Goddamn darn.
Anybody else got a question? Commissioner Couch, you want to speak?
The way I understood it, if I understood it correctly, this house, this lot they're got, that they want to get off or court petition off has its own access. So they have no reason to go down that road at all.
That is correct. The new driveway will be off Union Road. Or the existing driveway.
That's what I understood.
Question.
All right, anybody else got a question?
Question.
Question being called. If you're for this rezoning, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. 22-4-0 against, that resolution passes. Thank you, Hunter and Pam. Okay, we'll move into our resolutions. The chair recognizes Bobby Couch, Chairman of the Budget Committee.
Madam Clerk, Mayor,
Huh?
fellow commissioners, honored guests. We're going to start by second reading of resolution 052-024-030. We get a second, we'll discuss. This is the motion to allocate $20,000 to hire a consultant to perform a feasibility study on a new Justice Center building. And this is the second reading.
Okay, this is the second reading on this. Any questions? I need a second. I got a second by Commissioner Roberts. Now the question. Any questions? Question being called. For this motion, vote yes. If you against it, vote no. Got 22-4-0 against, that resolution passes. Commissioner Couch.
All right, this is resolution 061-724-047. This is a budget amendment for the school. Okay, I was explained to me, there's a lot of housekeeping cleanup here at the end of the year. And this is reallocating money to the tune of $1.4 billion. $1,440,286 to be exact.
Okay, I got a second by Commissioner Head Hebert. Any questions from Mr. Capps? Seeing none.
Just reallocate.
Question being called? For this resolution, vote yes. If you vote no. Twenty-two yeses, no nos, 0 nos. That resolution passes. Commissioner Capps.
Yes, sir. This is resolution 061-724-048. This is a resolution amending the budget, and what they're doing is taking money out of different fund balances for the EMS and taking $55,000 that they're giving from opioid money, and they're going to use them to buy defibrillators.
Okay, they're moving enough of their money to buy one, and the opioid money's buying
Two.
Okay. Got a motion by Council, second by Commissioner Jackson. Questions from the board?
Question.
Seeing none, the question being called. Before this resolution, vote yes. Against it, vote no. 22-4, against, that resolution passes. Commissioner Couch.
All right, this is resolution 061-724-049. And this is a resolution approving the disbursement of the last of the opioid money to the EMS.
Okay.
$52,588.
Let the chair say that this is the last of this year's money. But we're hoping that, we ain't hoping, we don't know, but if this lawsuit keeps going, I think, see some more, but kind of usually at my discretion. Have you got how I did that, Couch?
Yes, sir.
Hey, could you tell them?
Sure. There is there's $52,588. 35,000. But you want the whole thing? Because we don't have where you distribute all of it. This is just for this.
Just for this.
Yeah, okay. So $35,588 comes from ambulance service, and then they took money and you gave $4,000 to CASA, $2,000 to Soup Kitchen, $5,000 to Robertson County Health Council, $5,000 to Stepstones, Robertson County My Father's House, $4,000 to Isaiah House. That was a total of $177,588.
Okay.
Contributed $125,000 before this.
That was, wow, 25 mid-covenant for rehab house, I think 50 to EMS for later.
52,588.
Yeah, 52, and one more it's jumping off my head somewhere. But anyway, okay. I got a second by Billy Ray Doris. Question? Call for that resolution, vote yes. Yes, vote no. 22-4 against, that resolution passes. Commissioner Couch.
Yes, sir. Resolution 061-724-050, and this is a budget. This is a motion that's going to require another reading after this. We're going to allocate $1,600,000 to replace the storm damage roof we were talking about. Yeah, a second. So I think this has to happen, and we can talk about it, but we hope that the insurance pays some or all, or we'll take whatever we can get. But it's a 19-year-old roof, and it's a 20-year-old roof, 20-year roof, and it's 19 years old.
Question? Okay, I got a second by Commissioner Brinkley. Question being called. Okay, I got a question by Commissioner Haley.
You hadn't heard, Commissioner Krause, you hadn't heard from the insurance.
We have not.
Have not. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the engineer that met with the adjuster he was pretty excited that we was gonna get some help on it. There is, like I say, 3 roofs up there. Part of that cost is taking them 3 down,
Taking it down, right?
getting all that weight off that building. And there's gonna be some work had to be done in that clock tower. Maintenance as far as masonry work and all that. It's not cheap. Lord, it's not cheap, but if we do it right, I don't know how many people be in this room when it ever has to be done again. Barring a storm or a tornado or something. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Rummel.
Yeah, I think there's no question we got to do something about this. The thing that I want to keep in mind is, even though it has a 20-year warranty on it, it may have a useful life with it. So I guess insurance will kind of hash all that out, as far as what the useful life of it is versus the warranty. But, the funds that we're pulling from, where exactly are they coming from in the interim?
General fund.
Just general fund?
Yeah, it's kind of like Bobby, you want to explain how we did the roof here on office building?
No, I mean, I think everybody was here last year when we fixed this roof. And fortunately, the insurance company covered all of it, but it was what, around $700,000.
$742, something like that.
762, I think. So yeah, they covered that. We can keep a good thought. I hope they do. Either way, we have to fix the roof.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pay up front like we did that time on this roof. And then whatever we get, we'll go back into general fund.
Fund balance is where it's coming from then, is that right? Or-
Yes.
Thank you.
So,
That's a good question.
What we hope is that we do 2 readings on this and they get started, they can start getting material ordered because some of the stuff has long lead item because they want it to be historically compatible. In order for it to stay on the historic register. That's a big thing too, so.
Okay,
The roof's leaking, we gotta fix it.
Mr. Hogan?
We are considering this resolution due to the fact that we may get some insurance money, right?
No.
There's no guarantee of the insurance.
No, sir.
money. We're gonna have to fund this 1.6 million, whether we get any insurance money at all.
That's correct
That's
statement.
correct.
Yes, sir.
We're also doing 1.2 million on the inside of that building. We talked about that, and that's gonna have to be done because that courthouse is short on pieces right now.
What we're not gonna have to do is fund that. We think the insurance company, but by the time we have engineering firm, we can talk about that. What we talked about was there's enough in the 171, now what it is?
171 to do the remodeling.
They've got enough money in there to pay for engineering and architecture out of that fund. And then the insurance company will pick it up. We just don't need to take more money out of the general fund for that, for the fund
But
balance for
didn't
that.
you or the mayor say something about that 1.2 million was gonna be covered by insurance? Well,
That's our
you said it
understanding.
with
yes.
confidence.
That's our understanding.
Okay.
That's our understanding.
Now, they have, what's on the inside of that courtroom, they have said that they will cover that.
So we
Okay, I
don't,
got it. Mr. Roberts?
Yeah, on this too, they're gonna have to do the roof and everything, but Ray met with them Friday, and where you go in on the mayor's side of the courthouse right there, they're actually gonna have to build a roof over that and build a tunnel all the way down Fifth Avenue for safety and everything. So this is something, the sooner we can do this and get it done, the better. Because that's something else that's come up too, as far as safety for the public, people coming in and out, workers. If we're gonna keep the courthouse open and everybody keep working, this has to be done before anything.
I can't say for sure that the courthouse will be open. If it's not safe for people to go in and out without getting something dropped on their head and all that, that's being discussed as of today, and they probably decided on real quick. They had to hold court somewhere else, and employees had to go in another door where they had to walk in front of that crane.
But it still have to be ADA compliant.
Yeah, it's going to be ADA compliance for sure. I mean, well, I've been told like the employees, we don't have no ADA employees. But like if the public goes in, yeah, it's got to be ADA compliance. And a structure's got to be built all over the steps, all the way down to ADA, fence in the end where nobody can get around with the cranes picking stuff up and going to the roof. There's a lot of working parts there. Okay, let's see, we got the motion by Council, Commissioner Brinkley. Any more questions?
Question.
Question being called, if you're for that resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Got 22 for, 0 against, that resolution passes. Commissioner Katz,
I'd like to make a motion that we suspend the rules for this amendment, for this motion only.
okay.
Second.
All right, got a motion to suspend the rules and do a second reading on the money we just decided on. Got a motion by Katz, and Haley's got a second on the board, Commissioner Roman.
That's fine.
Now, question being called. Now you're voting to suspend the rules. You gonna do a voice vote? Okay, all in favor of suspending rules for this resolution only? Aye. You oppose? Okay. Rules are suspended for this resolution only. Commissioner Couch.
Yes, sir. This is resolution 061-724-050. Second reading to fund repair of the courthouse roof.
Okay. Got a motion by Couch and a second by Commissioner Haley. Now we're voting on the second reading, resolution 4050.
Question.
Question being called. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. I got 22-4-0 against. That resolution passes. Thank you, Commissioners. Okay, Commissioner Couch.
All right, this is resolution 061-724-051. This is a resolution to close Robertson County offices on Friday after Thanksgiving.
Okay. Now as a chair, I need this to be clarified. This is a resolution, close it. This is a resolution to discuss it.
So it says resolution to close.
Okay. No, that's what Madam Clerk, we right?
What it says.
That's all it's called.
Commissioner Romeo, you want to
It says the
speak?
county commission to consider whether, so.
I thought that's what came out of the budget committee.
I think that's what we're doing. I mean, you can parse words, but it says a resolution to vote. Isn't that what we're doing is considering it here?
Commissioner Romeo, you want to speak?
Yes, sir. Thank you. First, I just want to say thank you to the lady who spoke earlier and did such an eloquent job of laying out her position, and I'm sure for a number of county employees as well. Of course, this is something that we discussed at length earlier this year, and it seems like there's it came up here again. In spite of that, having it resolved, and we have I guess attention of not wanting to have another paid holiday, and also not employees wanting to have that day off for travel and for other purposes. So I believe a good compromise might be here in this situation is that we perhaps do close the offices, but have it as an unpaid day off for employees where they have the option of using their annual leave should they choose to do so. So I'd like to offer an amendment to that effect.
Okay. I don't know about the word annual leave. Do we have such a thing as annual leave?
Personal leave or
Paid time off.
word hard is there.
Be vacation or sick days, wouldn't it?
Vacation.
Yeah, annual leave and it's not, that's,
I may be using the wrong word of art there.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly they've got days that they may opt to use or may not opt to use.
No, that's too much. That's payroll. That is too much to keep up with.
Mr. Moore, you'll speak?
Yes. My button.
Mr. Stroud. Mr. Stroud, okay, Mr. Stroud.
Well, my question, Mr. Rummel there, I guess then is how do you do that? Because if your county policies are going to be open, then everybody can't be off, And so, I mean, even if you have the day, not everybody can take it, So, I mean, I just think if you go back to when this first started, if you go back historically, when the county gave up Columbus Day for the day of Thanksgiving, there's probably some talk then about the day of Thanksgiving not being productive day with state and federal offices closed and everything else, so. And then, you take into the fact, like Shelton said, the family time, travel, childcare. I mean, I think there's a lot of reasons to consider just taking the day. Now, whether how we do that is worth discussing. But, if we thought that, 12 holidays, and I know there's plenty of folks that think that 12 holidays is enough holidays for the county. Well, then maybe we should have just never took the new one. But here we are, So, I mean, I think we've got to look at a way to not do a disservice to our county employees by, taking that day away from them.
Mr. Moore.
It's gonna come back around eventually anyway. So I think we just need to bring it to the table and vote on it because it's coming. I mean, the only people that are not closed or the banks are open the day after Thanksgiving, but their support, the state will not be open. So they're gonna be productive. If you have to enter PTO as a payroll person now, that would drive me nuts.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman, I made a motion and it's not received a second yet. So
oh, it
I
has.
think it'd be proper to see if it gets a second
So
before.
let's see if we can get a second. Okay.
I'll second.
Got a second by Commissioner Martin.
Wait just a second.
Now, repeat your motion.
All right, my motion is that the county offices do indeed be closed, but county employees be unpaid for that day unless they opt to use vacation day or sick leave for their compensation for that day.
I got a second, right?
Correct.
Just-
Now, one more time,
just-
please.
Huh?
Just a minute.
If I understand it right,
Right, you
you're
gotta write that
saying
in.
closed on that Friday, the whole
The county.
county buildings will all be closed, so everybody will be off.
But
And if I understand it also right, is it won't be paid by the county, but if they want to be paid, they can take a PTO.
So if it's gonna be, I guess I'm a little confused, because if we're gonna take the position that we are gonna be closed, we're just gonna basically charge the employee for that, right? I mean, it's gonna come out of their personal time. Correct.
it would be the equivalent of an unpaid holiday.
Yeah.
And they would have the option of using it if they wanted to.
Let the chair say,
It's an unpaid holiday unless you decide to be taking this vacation.
I think we called it a holiday. I think we said it was gonna be closed.
yeah, let the chair point out that Mr. Rummel means that the folks that have to work will not be getting paid overtime because it's a regular work day. But the ones that don't want to work or the offices want to close down, then they have that choice. Now, that's what his motion is. Because I want you to understand that,
So then we're leaving it kind of up to the department head or the elected official to decide whether they're gonna close or not. Is that what you're saying?
no, his motion is to call it the county business will close.
Okay.
It ain't a decision. He's saying it will close, right? I'm trying just to clarify. Mr. Jackson,
Are we gonna have to pay people like EMS and sheriff's department to?
his motion is just another day at work. Now, and then department heads that had to work, if they got somebody that wants to stay home with their family and get somebody to work in their position or whatever, that's up to that department. Because those services will have to keep going. Whether it's a holiday or not.
That's what I was wondering, you're gonna have to pay holiday pay.
It's coming.
Not a holiday.
Oh, I guarantee it will be.
But they, was, when the comment made, they're gonna be a bunch of people call out sick anyway, so that's sick time regardless.
Mr. Doris, you push your button.
Sorry again.
All right, Mr. Doris,
No, Mr. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan, you're next.
Okay. Yeah, that's the question I have is about how, if you have it closed down, does somebody have to work? How you decide? who-
Emergency services will have to work.
Essential workers.
Emergency services have
That's that's emergency service, but none of those employees in other offices?
They've been closed for 16 years. I don't think anybody's gonna know.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Doris.
Again, my question, I mean, the comment was made that there are gonna be a lot of people calling out sick anyway, so that sick time being used, I mean, so why not just go with the unpaid holiday and with no penalty to the people for not being at for whatever they.
That's not what the motion is.
Well,
Okay, I've got a motion on the floor. You've heard it. And I got a second. Any questions for, I guess, Commissioner Rummel that made the motion?
Say it one more time.
Yeah, I need.
All right, Commissioner Hart, you gonna speak?
Yeah. Somebody made a good point about the emergency services, people working and only getting. They're gonna be late. Regular pay for that day.
All day.
Which. Does that seem right?
Well, that's his motion. That's what it would be. Now, if you make it a holiday, they'll get paid overtime because they gotta work and the employees will get paid a day holiday pay. But his motion is to
They're
shut.
using vacation day to get that day off, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
If they want it, if they want to get.
Okay.
Is everybody straight on what the motion is?
No,
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 no.
been around the bush 15 years.
look, if you're not for it, vote against it, and you're for it, it's,
I
yeah.
gotta understand. it.
Understand.
I gotta understand
The
it.
motion, as I understand it, is the building, the motion states that the building will be closed the day after Thanksgiving. So all employees, and it doesn't say this with the exception of emergency, emergency services will be off. And that the county won't fund that as a holiday but any employee is welcome to use their PTO to request for a day off.
Commissioner Hogan.
We tossed some numbers around how much it was gonna cost to get this done. Can somebody remind me of how much money we're gonna spend here, doing the salaries and all? I mean, if we're gonna lose productivity somehow. If I close my business down today, I'm gonna lose productivity. I'm not saying I'm not for it or against it. I just like to know that number,
Somewhere north of 100,000, that's what
$100,000 each year.
Commissioner Doublefoot?
I would just like to ask if it's possible, ask Jody what kind of nightmare it's gonna be in her office to have people turning in yes, no, yes, no.
I'm on, so before we ask her up here, I don't think it's not a yes or no. You either put in for vacation or you.
No, I meant,
No.
I'm gonna take a vacation day, I'm not gonna take a vacation.
No,
day.
if you don't put it, I don't think it's a yes, no. How is it different
Well, I
than?
didn't mean yes, no, I meant how much of a nightmare is it gonna be for her to go through every employee and add vacation day here, but not here, and next day? I mean,
Yeah, but
Well, it would-
600 people don't take vacation at the same time.
yeah, I mean, she may have somebody, signing up for vacation or a sick day, and she might have on one payroll, she may have 20 people or so that are, are using either vacation or sick day, but all of a sudden we're looking at how many employees, and maybe half or 3/4 of them might take a vacation day or a sick day.
All department heads keep up with their own leave. And then we turn our 2 weeks into Miss Jody. She doesn't do our vacation.
Okay, she doesn't have to plug that. That's what I wanted to know, how much she was going, what kind of chaos that was going to cause.
So you load your own,
Okay.
use the drop down and click PTO or whatever.
I turn my paper into her every 2 weeks.
Here's the timesheets I signed,
Has to get in.
columns, vacation day, at the bottom, it has work days, vacation day or sick day.
But it still doesn't matter.
She's for 75 hours if they work a 2-week paid week.
But at some point.
And Miss Jody
has
don't
to do it.
don't know if it's vacation or it's.
You just give her hours and they plug in the hours.
Yes.
So that, okay, that makes
Commissioner
sense.
Martin?
Hey,
Oh, that Martin.
Pardon my naivety, why are we doing this again? I thought we did all this and we spent a lot of time and a lot of passion and we arrived at a decision. Seems like for some unknown reason,
We had
doing this again.
We had the budget committee, it brought back up in budget.
I think we're doing.
Relook at it.
Because the employees that feel like this is an important day for them.
I thought I heard somebody say the employees voted against it. And they were given did I misunderstand? I thought somebody said
It
that.
was a formal vote, but I don't think that, yeah.
Mr. Doris?
Yeah, she said,
To that one question that was spoke, that one statement was made earlier, we used one-time money, if I'm not mistaken, last year to cover the extra holiday, didn't we? Chairperson? And also again, we raised taxes last year, and I feel mighty bad raising taxes to give a holiday. So I'll be honest with you. But I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't mind giving the holiday of the day off, but I can't justify raising taxes to give holidays.
I understand that, Mr. Doris, but the motion didn't state that we would raise taxes.
Take my fact, though. I'm telling you right
I
now.
know, but his motion is to shut down. It's not to have. If you want to make a motion, do a holiday, you need to make a motion after we vote on this.
I'm just telling you what I remember from last year.
Okay, Roberts?
Yeah, so if you close the day after Thanksgiving, can these department heads choose just to pay for their employees out of their budget and them not take a vacation day?
That would not be in keeping with my motion, I don't believe.
Yeah, most, that's a different, should have, hang up my budget.
That's just a question I'm asking.
Hey, so they can't.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, we're.
Where's that money at in their budget?
Hey, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know if their money's in the budget.
I don't know that we got a choice about that one way or the other.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Good question.
I mean, if that department, it has that money available in their budget. They can do whatever they want to with it, really.
I
don't have that money in my budget.
Pay and time off, but can they, if they want, take their money and pay for it if they have it?
Well, I don't have that money in my budget.
You can call CTAS because I don't have an answer.
Okay. Some of them, and it's gonna come up.
Well, essentially, wouldn't there be one less day budgeted in the fiscal year by this motion because they'd be using their annual or vacation leave?
Yes, sir, you would think.
Mr. Moore?
Okay, I want to go back to Jody's department. So once y'all turn in the time sheets or whatever, that seems kind of antiquated now, but what does she do? She has to enter it. Payroll has to enter it in the system and click PTO on 700 employees that day.
No.
So how do you differ from the PTO? How do they know PTO's being?
Up with my employees.
Department heads keep up with the vacation and sick days.
Oh,
Okay.
we're still manual, obviously. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, department heads keep up with it. So therefore, what Commissioner Roberts is saying, if somebody wants to pay them, it's their word that it's a vacation or a holiday or whatever. That's part of being a department head, I guess. Commissioner Hart? Mr. Hart?
I know we have a motion and a second for
Yeah.
Mr. Wright. My personal opinion, a better option would be to give another holiday and reduce the number of vacation days by 1 day to cover it.
Well, we need to vote on this motion. Then
And that, but I'm just saying.
yeah, and you can come back with that, where that goes. You vote on this motion.
Question.
Call. You've heard Mr. Rumble's motion 2 or 3 times. If you're for, I got a second by Commissioner Hart. If you're for the resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Got 17 for, 5 against. That resolution passes. Now, will you explain that resolution one more time? Because I got a feeling we'll be back up here.
Yes, I'd be happy to. It'll be a unpaid day off. Employees will have the option of using vacation or sick leave should they want to be paid for the day after Thanksgiving, but county offices will be closed.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Counts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was. Okay, the chair now recommends.
Hey. We have to go back.
We got vote on the
Vote on amended resolution.
Amended. Who amended?
We got a motion amended.
He amended it. It passed, and now we have to go back.
All right, what's the amended? He
The
added
amended part
to
was we wouldn't fund it.
it. Well, you're not gonna fund it?
We're gonna pass it now to be closed. He made like a
Okay.
motion, but there was an amendment.
All right, let's back up. Go ahead and clear the board there, Madam Clerk.
All right. So the amendment, to make it an unpaid day passed. We still have to vote to have it to close the day after Thanksgiving, to close the building after Thanksgiving. That's what's in front of us now.
As an unpaid day.
That's already covered. You got that in the first, one, so.
Now it's just closing.
Question.
Gotta speak.
I'll speak.
I got a motion by Couch, second by Roberts, question by Bobby Hogan.
Question is, I'd like to have the clerk read the motion as amended per se. I don't want any of this noise out here, okay? I want to hear her read it, so I know what to vote on.
So we amended it that it would be an unpaid day. And the employee, the office building, like, we would use vacation or sick time that was the amendment. Now we're going back to the original resolution to close the office building. Period. It's not a holiday, it's just closed.
Question.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you all what, if you vote to keep that building open and you done this resolution, you're putting a lot of department heads on the spot. They're gonna have to pick and choose who gets to take vacation and sick days.
Say that again.
All right, Madam Clerk? All right, okay, Mr. Darcy, you want to speak?
please. On that amendment, if you don't use either one though, there's no penalty, right? Correct.
Doesn't say you have to, it said you can.
Doesn't say you have to use either one.
Right.
It's just missing a day's pay.
Just miss a day's pay is what you meant. Okay, I want to make sure.
Yeah,
Just to close.
vote to close the courtroom, courthouse, the office building. You're voting to close Robinson County down except for central workers.
Day after Thanksgiving.
There, Thanksgiving.
All right, Commissioner Hogan, I still got you want to speak some more.
Yeah, I got a question. If we do this and pass it accordingly, we have just reduced the salary of every employee of this county. Is that not right by one day?
No.
They have the option
That's right.
to do it, but they can't go into work and earn that day that is out there. We've just reduced their day's pay. Is that right? I just want to.
That's true in a sense, but I'm gonna tell you, let them tell them, I know how I would vote on this.
Don't work out.
It go. But what I'm saying is, I feel like giving them a day, take a sick day when they're not sick is it's pretty well like just giving them an annual day.
PTO and sick days are privileges. They don't have to be given.
Somebody else want to speak? Question, call. Vote to shut the county down the day after Thanksgiving. Vote yes, if you're against it, vote no. Got 24, one against. That resolution passes. Okay, the chair now recognizes Commissioner Stubblefield.
Bring you resolution number 061-724-052. This is a resolution to approve delinquent tax safety.
Okay, I got a motion by Stubblefield and a second by Commissioner Woodard.
This is a tax sale of less than an acre piece of lot. It's a triangle piece on the highway in Ridgetop going out of Robertson County into Davidson. Chamber is wanting to buy it. They've offered us $250 for it. The value of the property is around a little over $2,000. The taxes owed on this little triangle is about $1,200, a little over $1,200. But it's so small unless y'all may be wanting to put a sign on it or something like that, like welcome to Robertson County. And that's about the only thing it's really good for.
Yes, he won't even make R5. Ed, he would like to say something.
Y'all gonna do a song? That's the goal. Okay. My question is to you all. Remember the ordeal with the state?
It wasn't the state that was the ordeal.
Well, TDOT.
No, and that wasn't the ordeal. The ordeal was Springfield.
No, it was TDOT.
Well, I got the TDOT permits. That wasn't the
Anyway,
issue.
I mean, I was there dealing with it too. It was
Yeah.
TDOT to begin with because they said you had.
We didn't have the permits. Yes, correct.
But anyway, as we discussed this in the tax meeting, are you guys gonna be able to meet your setbacks if you put a sign there because of?
We don't know. I mean, we still have to get a permit from TDOT. We still have to get a permit from City of Wichita. we still have to do all that. But we didn't want to not have this property as a possible worst case scenario. We have our little corner of Bridgetown.
Right, I understand that, but I mean, I just,
Okay.
that was, you know, if you were gonna put it on there, I just, if you were gonna be able to.
I didn't have it surveyed or anything yet.
Oh, boy.
Okay. We got a motion by Stubblefield, second by Woodard. Any more questions on this stuff? Question being called. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Let's see,
Sorry.
Mr. Rummel,
Oh, sorry.
I got 22 for, 0 against. I declare that resolution passes. Chair reckons. Chairman of the Law Enforcement Committee, will you please come up? Commissioner DeLong. There we go.
This is resolution 0617240053. Resolution declares some surplus property for the sheriff. Second.
We got a second by Commissioner Woodard.
Question called for.
Question be called. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. I got 22 for, 0 against. That resolution passes. Okay, any old business coming for the county commission? Any new business? Commissioner, hey, I just want to say that the new radios are being put in cars as we speak. And new radios are being handed out. Got Smiley Hollow. They've done great down there.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, anybody got any new business? Okay, Commissioner Hogan.
Mr. Mayor, I have reviewed and signed the application for those wishing to become a notary. Recommend that we elect all those that have applied to be a notary for the county of Robertson and the great state of Tennessee.
All right, I got a second by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Don't move. Mr. Doris, you've been wanting to speak a lot tonight. You want to make this last motion?
What's my button? I'll make a motion with a turn, sir.
All right. So move.